Okay, thank you for coming to the very end. We know you want to be here. This is what's amazing. We're going to make it worthwhile to you. We're going to start with the bang. We have two really good customers that have embedded Power BI in very creative way. Those two sessions today will show you how they solve it, and you're going to hear directly from the person who drove that. So we're going to start with a really interesting company from the UK, and you changed your name, right? This was
Yes.
You got married 3 weeks ago, so
yes.
This is not. But we'll introduce yourself a bit later. So maybe now you can tell us a little bit about Veolia. What do you guys do? Tell us a bit about your company.
Yeah, so in the UK and Ireland, we're the leader in environmental solutions. So we provide management for water, waste and energy. So for example, we take household waste and then we treat that in a specific way to either give it an extra life or to basically turn that into energy, which is then provided again to the councils again. We also have facilities for composting. So we actually take everyone's food waste and actually produce that into compost, which we can then sell on to farmers or households if they want to use it. We're trying to basically raise awareness for why you should recycle. So a lot of our sites, we do school visits, so schools can come. We also do it for the local area. So if you're living somewhere and they've just opened a huge recycling plant, you can actually go and visit it and actually find out what we actually do to try and raise awareness for it. The main thing we do is we try and innovate and work with the business to figure out what their challenges are, try and work with them to make sure that they have a sustainable solution. Waste from one production element can then be reused in another production element for their business. That's
so
mainly what
we
do.
should recycle, right?
Yes.
Recycle is important. So at the end, they don't mix it up in one bin, right? It's
No.
really good. So tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name's actually now Sharon Matthews, but I've been at Veolia for 4.5 years. I actually joined after leaving a career in finance after graduating. I started off as a BI developer. I was mainly building SSRS reports, started using a bit of Power BI, and then we decided that it just wasn't great. So we did a proof of concept of Power BI. It basically went really, really well. Everyone wanted it. So then we created a new role. So I became Power BI product owner and trying to push that across the UK and Ireland, getting more people to use it. And then just recently, I started off with a team of 4. I now have a team of 20, and we're the central team managing Power BI. Basically, central team for all the UK and Ireland, managing all reporting for customers and internal as well.
It's amazing because you and I have a very similar background because I come also from finance and I started with Power BI. It's kind of nice that you don't always start as an engineer, that sometimes you can come from the other side, from the front end. So one thing I've learned a lot in preparing this with you guys capture a lot of that. I didn't realize how much data you capture in that business.
Yeah, so if you think, if I relate this just to, say, your household waste, a truck, as soon as the driver gets into the truck, a route's loaded onto the truck basically from a system. From that system, the truck basically has its own Fitbit. We monitor everything that truck does. We can monitor when it's speeding, when it's maybe idling, if it's revving too much, so we can then try and be a bit more fuel efficient. And then also when it's actually collecting everything, when a bin is lifted, it measures whether it's lifted. It also measures the accuracy of that lift, so we can actually predict whether there's something wrong with the actual lift arm to make sure that everything's working okay. And then it also weighs every single bin as it's lifted, so then customers can actually get that information, which tells them how much they were actually putting in. We also have cameras on the bins, so it basically tells us if potentially anything was a contaminated bin, so then we can't take it, because otherwise then it affects what we're recycling. And then it also has GPS. So we've got a system which basically, when the truck is in a particular location, it will tell us whether it's in the right location for that particular lift. So if it's close to someone's house, it will actually automatically match that address to the truck. And that's also how we can help customers, because if we've missed that location, we then can tell them if they didn't put their bin out or how far that actual truck is from their house.
I get it. So part of your solution is actually providing that insight to your customers, right? And in that context, you have a lot of challenge with BI, right?
Yeah, so our customers didn't really have any visibility of their data. They were sent spreadsheets, but again, those spreadsheets, they could be depending on who was sending the report, something might be changed. They were probably getting them once a month. So at the end of the month, it was part of a month-end process. They'd receive a data dump of all their data, and then they are free to do whatever they want with it. Again, that wasn't a great process. They didn't have much visibility over it. An issue that happened as well, there were so many people who were sending the data, we didn't have one version of the truth. So we wanted to basically, you'd spend meetings trying to figure out, well, what is the truth? A basic question such as how many customers do we actually have was so difficult to answer because we just didn't have the data to do it.
Got it. So how do you tackle this challenge?
So we've moved all of our data to the Azure data platform. So we've basically tried to remove any data silos, any data which is coming in. Majority of it is coming directly from systems rather than any manual intervention. We've then started building analysis tabular models on top of that, analysis services. Mainly so any logic which the business wants is all captured within one model, and anyone in the business who wants to report, they can report using that model, and we then just get the one version of the truth which we're aiming for. Using Power BI, it means that people have more visual reports rather than just having data dumps of data. We're giving customers the end result rather than actually giving them the data where they then have to go and manipulate that. So they just get a report which gives them everything that they want. And then we're using B2B for customers who already have Office 365, or we're embedding it within our customer portal alongside a lot of other offerings, which gives a bit of business.
Okay, so we're going to go over the architecture, and don't worry, we'll spend a lot of time in the demo. You're actually going to see their solution at work. But first of all, tell us a little bit more about your architecture.
So for data sources, we're actually a company that's on Google, so we have a lot of data from Google Drive, we have a lot of systems which are sat on other SQL servers, so we pull all the data from our systems, from external suppliers, everything, we pull that all into our data lake. From that, we then, all the different teams can basically take that data and do what they need to do for it. We have a data science team who will cleanse some of the data we get from meter readings. We then have my team who can pull data from the data lake to build proof of concepts. We then have a business intelligence team who basically take what we've done in Power BI, point into the data lake, and transform that into the data warehouse. And then our final production product is pointing to the data warehouse as the end solution. But all of this was mainly geared up for our end result for anything which we're given is Power BI. So our whole architecture fits into having everything pointing to Power BI.
That's right. So your final solution is a mix of Power BI and Azure, which was different than what you had before, right?
Yeah. So before we used to have a lot of reports pointing from just Excel manual input. We'd only ever really look at the top performing customers because it was such an intense process to give reports to customers. You'd only focus on a set amount rather than just giving the same report to everyone. Now we actually have one standard report which can be sent to everyone. We just use row level security. Depending on the customer that's logged in, they see their data only. And basically, a lot of customers now, they want that. Now, within our bids that we actually sell, we sell our reporting solution, which we provide for them, and a lot of customers are really happy with that.
So the beauty of it is that we have now plenty of time to go through the demo. So you're going to kind of make it real for us. So you want to go, and I'll switch, So you log into your portal first? Is that what you do?
Yeah, so we've got a customer hub, which basically all customers can register. It meets with the goal when customers want to go paperless. So when they log in, they register either with they sign up, they can basically receive any important documents to it. They also receive a schedule which tells them on the days when they'll be having their certain collections, so they can easily track that. They can talk on here to our customer service representatives. There's user guides all within here.
And so this is the one place where they go for everything.
Yeah.
And including you added reporting.
Yeah. And all of our customers can have access to this.
And they can connect to support as well through this page?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they can raise tickets, say if they've had a missed bin collection, they can actually log in through here and log a ticket. They can sign documents which they need to sign on here. You'll have certain users who have the privileges to actually add other members of their organisation into it as well. So then you can just give one person access and they can then manage that from their point of view.
And so you have reports, BI report Power BI embedded as part of your portal, right?
Yes. So before, as I was saying previously, our customers, this is what they used to have. It was literally data dump of data. Used to give them everything that they want, well, what they'd need. The main things they'd want to look at is the pricing information. So to get this, they'd then pivot it or import it into a tool where they want to analyze it. So we completely changed that and did it for them instead. So we embedded a Power BI report. Across the years, this has changed a lot since we first started it. We did it about 2 years ago. We've now basically changed it to give all the features, tried to use the features of Power BI to make it easier for customers to use. But we have different pages depending on what they want. We've got a couple of different reports. So if we have customers who want to see just one specific element, there's a basic report. Then you've got enhanced reporting, which give customers everything that they want. We actually now have 30,000 customers using this.
Wow.
And they can basically log in and view it. It refreshes every morning with the previous day's data, whereas previously they were getting it once a month. They can now see it every day.
And they don't need a Power BI license to
Nope.
do this. And what I love about this is how you introduce throughout the new features over time, right?
Yep. So we had, previously it was quite a standard report. We didn't have a lot of pages for it because we found the navigation was quite difficult. We've now actually just used bookmarks. So depending on where they want to click, they can go into the different pages on the left. Go into the current spend. And this is a custom visual we've used, which is basically putting text around the data, which basically it helps us explain to our customers what the data is showing. Sometimes just charts and visuals aren't that helpful for them. So this just explains it to them, and then they can drill down into the different elements. We've made sure we've had a look at the filter interactions. So we used to have it on highlight. We found that everyone wanted it to filter instead, so we've changed that. And then we used to have a report which had a lot of slices on. We've now changed it so they can just use the charts to actually filter, which they found is a lot better. The date filter as well, the relative date filter is a lot easier to use than having to put a start date to an end date for our customers, especially because they normally want to have a look at it on a month-by-month basis. And then on this one, we've now started using tooltips. Which for us, this is a great feature because it means we don't need an extra page on the report. It easily gives them what they want to see. And this is actually one of the things which they've, as a company, they're trying to measure is how they're trying to offset their emissions and what it's related to. So we've put tooltips on here and on the visuals as well.
All the cameras went up. It's so pretty. No, but your design is amazing because it's simple, it's clear. And at the same time, it really makes a point. I'm really impressed by it.
So we used to have quite overcrowded pages, but then after working with actually the companies we were providing the reports for, we found that there was just key visuals they wanted to see, so we adapted the reports to actually work for them. And then another thing which this actually highlighted was customers really wanted this, and we had issues such as the site addresses were incorrect in our actual systems. So we've actually now, it helped us with data quality. It pushed the business to actually cleanse their data, which is one of our biggest issues. So this is then what Power BI has been a really big driver for us in trying to cleanse data.
And then you have something that they can ask for questions, right?
Yeah, so this is a new feature which we only released, but it's been one of the well-received features from all of our customers. Our data models previously, we never really used to, the naming was standard BI naming, so it'd all be joint words, underscores, so we basically changed it all within the model. All the questions which appear on the left were questions which were just Power BI automatically created, and all of them make sense for the customer, which is great. We're now trying to adopt this as basically the self-service approach we want to go for. So rather than giving everyone access to Power BI, we want to build data models which allow them to ask questions and basically add this to all of our reports. But customers can easily just type in what they want, filter it by their particular site because I know all their site postcodes if they want to. And it's just been one of the features which they absolutely love.
And some of them type sometimes?
Yeah. So some of the features we saw this morning, I can't wait for, such as being able to change that, because we have a lot of business logic, which it's not probably normal logic, but customers understand it. But it wouldn't work if they were to ask it. So we can build that in so they can actually ask the questions they want to ask. It's
incredible because you have a Power BI managed solution that includes bookmarks and Q&A. It's such all the advanced. I really appreciate the focus you have on integrating the latest.
And we're trying to do the same with internal reporting, because external reporting we've had such a heavy focus on, but internally now these are all the features we're trying to implement, especially with the Q&A. Every time we've demoed that to a customer, our internal customers have said the exact same, that they really want that feature available for them.
But the hard ones are finance people. They love Excel, right?
Yeah.
Anything else on the demo?
That's it for...
It's beautiful. So let me switch to, so this is 6. And then if we have time, we'll go. We don't have much time, but if we have time, we'll go for questions. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of the key success drivers.
Yeah, so first of all, when we actually first started, we basically produced a basic proof of concept just on Power BI desktop, built a data model and shared it with our management board. They absolutely loved it, which then meant that they wanted more reports. They wanted... They'd had one report in there, then they wanted another report, which say they'd get through Excel. They had another report they used to get in ClickView. They had another report they got within a system. So then it turned that they wanted basically all of their reports in one place, just within different workspaces. So then it just completely grew. So we started by just producing proof of concept reports, sharing them with the business, getting their feedback, listening to them, and then making sure that then the end solution was exactly what they wanted. One thing which now we're continuously doing is obviously just learning, making sure we're keeping up to date with all the changes, like all the new features we've implemented. It just, when somebody is kind of becoming a bit tired of using a report which say hasn't worked or isn't giving them what they want, when we introduce new features, it kind of gives them that refreshed approach, and then they want to use it again, which we found is really good. When we actually launched it, we found that workshops were the best solution. We tried show and tells, but we found that actually hands-on workshops, getting them to log in and actually doing that was the best solution. And Power BI, and basically the way that we're trying to visualize data and get everything into our Azure data platform and promote data quality, it's actually part of our Veolia UK and Ireland digital strategy, because it's been such a big push of what everyone wants. Our board level at the company absolutely love Power BI, which is one of our biggest foundations, because if they're asking for it, it's pushing the rest of the business to get to that point and wanting to use it. And then data quality is, for us, we're still on a path to actually get to a good point for it, but it's really helping us improve data quality across the whole of the business.
Beautiful. So I think we have room for 1 or 2 questions. I think you had one question.
I think you answered it well.
Okay.
I was going to ask when the customers needed licenses to access the portal.
Do they need license to access the model? No. Yes?
I had a question about being responsive. Is it responsive, the dashboard that you show?
Is the dashboard?
Somebody wanting to see this in a mobile device?
Yes.
So the question is, I have to repeat it for if the dashboard is responsive on a mobile device.
Yes, about the customer hub, which it's all faced on, adapts to mobile usage. So then the same with the Power BI report as well. They go full screen in landscape and they can use it all.
Okay.
How often are you transferring the data from sources to Azure?
How often do you transform is it daily?
So it's nightly from our systems. So once the last round's finished, it kind of triggers a flow within Azure, which then loads all of the data, and then the Power BI report refreshes from them.
And then the morning they get the next day. Sir, you had a question?
So I'm curious how many customers you're sharing with, and also how you're managing the security. Are you using Active Directory in some way?
So
separating your guests from your internals?
So for B2B, when we're doing it within Power BI, we're using Azure Active Directory. We've got external groups for each of the different areas. For Power BI Embedded, we're just using a standard role-level security, which just passes through the value which is within our customer hub. So then they both match, and then it gives them the right report.
And you said you had 30,000 customers?
Yeah, 30,000 customers on the customer hub. And then actually with B2B, we've got probably about 300 now using B2B.
There's a question on the far end.
You mentioned that you moved from SSRS to Power BI. So how did you address the canned reporting solution, those burst reports which needs to be bursted to users, let's say on a daily basis? Because Power BI doesn't have a strong bursting mechanism as yet, right?
So the question was how we move for SSRS, the CAN type of report that SSRS had.
Yeah, so we've now, because with SSRS within Power BI, we do have some SSRS reports, which is when, for example, some of our regulations, which we've got to send out, we've got reports pointing on SSRS. All of those are just on subscriptions, so people aren't running them as often. We used to have 1,000 or so SSRS reports. In terms of the ones which are actually needed, it's now a couple of hundred, which then we're dwindling down again. But we have got a mixed approach of the two, because people still need some of the SSRS, the paginated reports, which they just get on subscription.
So I think the answer is that you move the ones that could be moved, and there are some for regular reasons.
We just made sure we asked the question of what they were doing with the SSRS report. Sometimes they were getting an SSRS report, putting it into Excel and producing charts.
Yes? What type of portal? What type of portal do you use for customer service? Do you know? Portal like tool? Oh, do you know if you use, you don't? Okay.
We use Salesforce live chat for a lot of ours.
Okay.
I was going to ask where you got that relative date filter, because I've been trying to find a good date filter for my reporting and it's not computed.
That's a standard Power BI date filter. You just you have to change it from just to the relative date.
Maybe Will, who's
filter.
sitting next to you, can show you. He's the PM for that, so you're sitting at the right place. There's one. Oh, we just answered the security. Yeah, we just did. I think any other, so we can transition. Yes?
What is the back office system that you're using for tracking service events?
The back office. You say you were all on Google? Is that, do you know?
So in terms of us as a company, we're on Google. For our systems, we're on a couple of different systems. For back office, do you mean in terms of?
Like service events, locations you're doing your pickups at?
It's a system which is produced for us for a company called WIMS.
Okay.
Which is what we use.
Thank you so much, Sharon. We're going to go to the next one. 1 minute transition. Thank you. Sharon Matthews, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you, this is yours, right? I'll give you, sorry. And, okay. And then you can plug it here, and this is 8. And I'm going to give you the... and this. And you go in projection mode, and you are number 8. Right? Okay, number 8. All right, and all you have to do is go in projection mode. And do you want the clicker, or do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, you hold it.
Okay.
You transition the slides.
Okay, so, all right, so that was not too bad. We went pretty quick, right? So we're now going to talk a little bit about Bentley. And in this case, probably you get a lot of these people think about the car, right?
Yeah.
But tell us a bit more what this incredible company is about.
So yeah, we are Bentley, not the car company to start with. We are a software development company at its core who supports the professional needs of everyone who's involved around developing infrastructure. So may that be architects, engineers, contractors. We provide and we develop solutions which are desktop-based, cloud-based, server-based to meet their needs, where they can create and maintain the infrastructure that the world needs.
And you're a pretty big company.
Yes. So we have around 3,500 colleagues across the world. Our revenue comes from 170 different countries, so we are pretty diverse in terms of building the entire world's infrastructure. And we have invested a lot back into R&D and even acquisitions.
So I've practiced saying your name, Cowstub, right?
You got it pretty right.
Okay,
It's
so
Cowstub.
tell us a little bit about yourself, Cowstub.
Sure. I work as a senior business development manager at Bentley. I've been working in different product management roles for last decade at Bentley. And before going into software industry, I was working as a structural engineer back into the construction industry. So again, I'm the engineer who transitioned into manager role.
So you see, we have, this is the beauty of software, is that you can go from finance or you can go from engineering. And so the construction business is evolving a lot, and your customers have a lot of new expectation, right?
Absolutely. So there was a McKinsey report back in 2016 where the digital transformation or digitalization in construction industry, it was at the bottom most. So we were just beating agriculture industry by a tad bit. But a lot has changed since then. Since 2016, the projects that we are involved in these days, they are very complex. The scale at which they have been executed is really humongous. Also, the competition is cutthroat. The margins all of our contractors are running against, they are very slim. And also, because of all these awareness towards the digitalization, the users or the owners, operators of this infrastructure project, they have higher expectations from the industry and from the software providers for the industry.
All right, so things are more complex, more competition, high expectation.
Yeah.
And how far are you from, what is the status today?
So the state today is, we are really, really far from it. So what happens in our industry as of now, as you can see on this screen, we have a lot of data that's been generated, but as of now, the data is manually exported, transformed, and loaded into a system. So there are teams present in each of our users' organization whose dedicated job is to do this processing. And because it's such a manual process, the updates are not daily, as she was mentioning.
That's right.
They are, happens once in a 15 days. Mm-hmm. And if you look at what are the expectations from the infrastructure owners, they want to know the heartbeat of the project. But what they're getting is like an ECG report, which is 3 weeks old, which is of no use, right? So that's a challenge that's currently we are facing in the industry.
And that's a bummer because you guys generate a lot of data during a construction project, right?
It's very true. So this is where you can see the different phases a particular construction project goes through. And as you can see from the initiation project, you have multiple sources which will bring in the data. Like a photometry, you will have these days drones flying around the site, scanning everything, coming up with reality data. And as you go into the project execution, you will have construction equipments, you will have worker movements, you will have laser scans, and just a ton of design data that's been generated. And as you go into the maintenance phase, some of that data wanes out. So we create another digital twin, which will be used for maintenance, which will have data coming from sensors, and again, maintenance data coming from drones and whatnot. So that's the data generation throughout the construction project.
And you'll see they have the coolest demo with 3D stuff, you'll see. So there's 3 real phases, right, for analytics in a construction project, right?
That's correct. The initial phase, you don't have that much data to work around with analytics. But we have identified these 3 major phases, starting with design, then construction and operation. And we also have concept of digital twin addressing these different phases across construction project. So we have something called project digital twin, which addresses the design and construction. And as I was mentioning, the data wanes out. So we have performance digital twin, which focuses more on operations. And we are creating, some of those analytics services are still in progress. We are building it. We have Project Insights analytics service, which has been shipped. We have hundreds of users on that. Asset Insights and Design Insights is something we are actively building as of now. And we'll be launching that and putting out to our users towards the end of this year.
Yeah, because what's interesting is that sometimes you have probably a lot of documents to manage, so having insight over that. So some BI is more around the document workflow, and others is more about the actual expenses probably. So there's probably a big range of
There's a big variety in the analytics.
So tell us a little bit about how you go from the data to insight?
Sure. So as I was mentioning in the previous slide, we have a ton of data that's being generated. So this is one of the pipeline that we have developed. So we have come up with a cloud service, which is called iModel Hub. Think of iModel Hub as a GitHub for construction data. So we have launched this earlier this year, where you can capture data coming from multiple different products, multiple different APIs, and it's a conglomeration of everything. And from there, we have built this data pipeline where we check for the data quality, and once we are sure about the data is good enough to run it for analytics, then we perform analytics where we compare changes between different versions and what is the current state of costing and scheduling and whatnot. And I'm really excited with this because the future will be with machine learning, right? Where we can start predicting early in the design phase, hey, is it going to be okay to construct this, or is it going to cause problem when we start constructing it?
So like in construction, you need a good architecture, right? So tell us a little bit about
Sure.
the actual architecture.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we had these 3 different analytics service, but they implement maybe slight variation of this ETL pipeline. So we have infrastructure digital twin, which is our iModel technology, and we infuse that data with external sources. Then we do extraction on cloud, either using Kubernetes or Service Fabric, and then the data is stored depending on what type of service you're looking for, either in a data lake or Cosmos DB. And then we have some post-processing to calculate some complex numbers like costing and scheduling. And all of that then gets delivered to our users through Power BI.
So now the cool stuff, right? You're gonna show it to
Sure.
us. So let's see. So I'll let you, maybe we do escape.
Yeah. So let's start with.
So you're going to start with design or project insight?
We'll start with projects.
Project insight.
So
So remember, there's 3 kinds of insight, right? Project, design, and assets, right?
That's correct. So this is our Connect portal, very similar to the previous demo. It's like a central place for the entire project. You will find all sorts of different analytics services and other services that we
So when you
provide.
build a building, big building like this, you have one place where everybody goes. Is that what it would be?
That's very true. So
Okay.
you may be an architect, an engineer, you might be a contractor
That's
or
right.
an owner. That's the central hub everyone will go to.
That's a very good point. The diversity of personas you have is amazing. So somebody will go maybe for paperwork, but others will look more at BI, right?
Absolutely. So we have quite a few diverse personas that want to look at the data from different perspectives. So it's the same data, but owner wants to see it from a different angle, where engineering manager might want to see it from a different angle. Okay. So we have that challenge to solve.
So what are we looking at?
So we are looking at the document trend. So in a construction project, document workflow is very essential because in the end, you are delivering the documents as your deliverable at the end of your contract. And those documents cannot be just delivered. They need to go through a certain workflow where they need to be reviewed or approved. I mean, think about this. Before this building was built, someone needs to make sure it satisfies the fire requirement, it satisfies the ventilation and all that safety checks. And so someone needs to approve it. It needs to satisfy the structural integrity and everything, and then only it will be constructed. So what we are seeing here is the trend of documents throughout the project. Wow. So the blue one that you see, there are documents with no values assigned to it. Then some of the documents, as you could see, they are unassigned, maybe work in progress, some are there for client approval. So you see the entire state of your project in this one single dashboard. What you can do going forward is maybe go to a particular discipline. So in this discipline filter, these are the different disciplines that are involved in this particular project. But depending on what type of project that our users are involved in, even those disciplines change. So I selected civil as a discipline, and you will see I have 4 reviewers, but there are tons of documents, or rather the majority of documents in my project, they are not even assigned with a reviewer value. So as a project manager, I'll be alarmed with what's going on in civil engineering department, saying, hey, someone needs to take ownership of all these documents, which
These
are orphaned.
highlight data quality issues.
Yeah, these are more workflow quality issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one more cool thing that we developed, all of these dashboards, they can be customized by our users. So we have added an ability to edit Power BI on web itself. So I can go and literally duplicate this page, and I can start editing this visualization based on what I need. And once you save it, this gets saved to your own folder. So each of our user can go and customize stuff. They don't need Power BI license. They don't need Power BI desktop on web itself and create their own dashboard from here.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm talking with this with Sharon. You use a lot the Q&A as a way for people to go deeper, but you also have the ability to give edit privilege in the solution.
Absolutely. So moving on to the next demo.
Thanks to Aviv, right? Thanks to the team, right?
So now this is Design Insights. This is still being developed. The Project Insights is already out in the market. We have hundreds of active users. But Design Insights is analytics service where we are now diving deep into the actual engineering data, where we want to see what is the cost of all beams in this building, or what is the schedule of wall construction happening in the building. So what we are doing is we are taking the digital twin and all the elements that are present in the digital twin, we are extracting that data, and then we are dumping into data lake and then creating this dashboard. So someone can go and look at a particular type of beam and start looking at the costing or different types of design quantities around that particular design element. And this type of analytics, till this date, is very rare in construction industry. So we are literally building this new roadway for data analytics.
Which is amazing because you told us the margins are not huge.
Yes.
So these are things you probably need to be careful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And also, what's happening in construction industry is these days, the old business model was EPC, engineering, procurement, and construction. Now the industry itself is evolving into EPCM, which is engineering, procurement, construction, and maintenance. So a lot of our users are kind of providing these 10-year maintenance contract along with the construction itself.
Got it.
So for maintenance, they need all this kind of data when they have to go and fix something that happened 10 years ago.
So you're going to show us the cool stuff now?
Yes.
Not that it's not cool what you show, but they're amazingly cool. This is incredible.
All right, this is something, and I think it deserves like a full screen. So yeah, this is what's Mark referring as the coolest stuff.
It was cool before. I got to rephrase that. This is extremely amazing.
So one of the challenges that we faced as a construction industry, a lot of our data is 3D data, right? When I'm talking about building, I can't talk just as a bars and charts. You need to see the building in 3D visualization or 3D representation of that building. So we created this custom visualization where we can start loading our project 3D model as an embedded view into Power BI. Now what this dashboard is, it shows the maintenance and inspection status for a real bridge that's present in Ohio. So Ohio DOT has this digital model of that bridge, and we have mashed up the inspection data with the digital model to create this dashboard.
And green is good, right?
Not necessary, Mark. So here, there are these different disciplines. You can select, let's say, structures. You want to see all the inspections that happened across structures. And let's say you want to see everything that has failed. So as you can see, everything is interactive in this dashboard. You can highlight something, and you can exactly pinpoint where that particular element is in actual 3D model. So this is like groundbreaking for project managers in a construction project or even inspection project. So when we presented this to Ohio DOT, they were floored. I mean, they were so excited to have this because one of their challenges when they want to present this data to, let's say, a lawmaker, to just show them Excel sheets and charts is very difficult. When you show something as interactive as this, someone gets to exactly see how many failures are there or how many problems are there with that particular infrastructure.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Anything else on the demo?
Yeah, so the viewer that, oops, shouldn't have pressed F12, F11. All right, my bad. So the viewer technology, we are even taking this further. So this is a rail station project where you can see there are, this has a railway bridge. It has a railway track all the way there. This is an actual, this is a conceptual railway station. But now we are literally taking Power BI to its limit, where we'll start loading things where entire railway project, which will span across hundreds of miles, will be loaded into this viewer, and you will have your analytics, your graphs and charts for that data side by side. So we believe this will be revolutionary.
And if you reach his limit, Aviv will remove them. Don't worry.
Yeah, so good point. There are some limits that we are starting to see depending on how much data we are loading into the visualization, and I'm sure team at Microsoft will fix it.
Of course. Do you have any other demo?
No,
Okay,
that's
so
it.
let's go back to, you can go in presentation mode and give us a bit of summary, because we've seen two solutions where both of your customers don't need licenses, right?
Yes.
And you had some ability for them to self-serve through Q&A or through edit capability, even though they don't have, and then you integrated 3D. It's amazing. So tell us more about a summary of your solution.
So actually, we started with developing a lot of in-house dashboards to begin with, right? And we had literally 7 to 8 teams, different teams, trying to create different types of dashboards. And we soon realized that as a company, we are wasting a lot of efforts. We are duplicating a lot of stuff. So Power BI, with this 3D visualization, is the solution for us. And we are heavily committed with Power BI. We have different teams now who are whose expertise in different parts of this ETL process. So we are kind of utilizing this inner source mantra and creating a rock solid Power BI solution, a Power BI platform internally. So we see Power BI as a long-term analytics solution for us. And I believe with Power BI dashboards, we will definitely make a dent into this digital transformation of the construction industry.
So we have plenty of time for questions. Yes?
Hi. So during the design phase, how are you guys integrating some of those other data sets, such as traffic modeling, noise modeling, or intelligent transportation systems within them, besides just the roadway design?
Yeah. So
Do you mind repeating the question so we can capture it?
Okay, so the question was, during the design phase, other than just the BIM data, which is building information modeling, how do you integrate the other data sources which might not be present in the BIM? So the answer to that is, as of now, it's a complex process and depends on the project itself, because there is no standardization except the BIM part, how that other data is being generated, right? So we are trying to use a data factory, so to speak, and trying to build these connectors for more standard APIs that industry is using. For an example, for costing and scheduling, there is something called RS Means in US, and there are other APIs in Europe. So we are creating these connectors for different APIs where the data which is outside BIM comes in through those API calls, and it gets mashed up with the BIM data on our cloud processor, and then we load it into Data Lake.
Questions? Yes?
What are you using for the CAD visual? Is it all proprietary, or you have a
Yes. So the CAD visualization that we showed, that was our iModel.js viewer. We just launched it. It's an open source project. So any company can go and embed that visualization into your own app. But yeah, it's a proprietary solution.
Any other questions? Yes?
Yeah, so so that's done by a different team. I don't know the exact development details, but I think what they're doing is they are starting with a template and storing, the actual PBIX file for each users, and that's how you can go and edit.
Which I think is amazing. Because
Yeah.
not only you give them something, but then if people want to ask more questions or edit, you have a range of options, including on mobile, because this works on
Absolutely,
mobile
yes.
and it's responsive. And they don't need a license because it's part of the solution Power BI embedded. And it can be in your line of business application. You can put anything you want around, as both Sharon and Selfserve have shown.
There are questions for you?
Yes.
So the Power BI dashboards that you built, are these technically Power BI reports inside Power BI? Or are these dashboards that are built using individual reports based on different data sets?
So can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so the question was the dashboard that I showed, demoed, are they actually Power BI reports or they are Power BI dashboards?
Made, using multiple reports based on different data sets.
Dashboards built using multiple reports from different data sets. So to answer your questions, the demo was Power BI embedded. So behind that Power BI embedded, there is a Power BI report, the template that we create. The data that gets fed to that template is coming from multiple data sources. So we have this acquire pipeline where we acquire from multiple data sources, but we cannot dump that as it is to Power BI. So we do some processing, we do some cleanup, and then we fed it to actual Power BI engine.
So it's a report that you embed.
Yeah.
There's another question. Yes.
So within ProjectWise, which is what you guys were showing, the embedded feature,
Yeah.
is that a default one, or is that one that a user just put up on themselves? Like, did Bentley create that dashboard, or did a user do it?
So the one I showed you, that's the default one.
Okay.
That comes, as you subscribe to that service, that's the default dashboard, and you can go and create your own.
The custom visual that you showed, your team has built in-house, right?
Yes.
So what were the technical challenges that you faced while having built that custom?
So
Sure.
the question was a technical challenge of building custom visual, right?
Correct. So the particular custom visualization that we showed was pretty challenging. So because it's just not built on, let's say, something called D3JS, right? It's not a charting library that we are using. We are using our own library. So it was like an iframe within an iframe challenge, and passing the parameters from Power BI to our visual was a challenge. Then also security. We are using our own login credentials, and we have to pass the token to that visual to get it working. And just the information transfer between Power BI and our visual was the most challenging part.
Is there a lot of maintenance effort in that visual?
The question is there a lot of maintenance effort after you built it?
Yeah. So once you figure out how to pass the data, there's not much of a maintenance effort. Or once you figure out the design pattern itself, like what needs to be done, then the next one is relatively easy.
Yes.
With the custom visual, I'm assuming, but I just ask anyway, that the design and the 3D design would update as soon as like the CAD file was updated?
So the question was, with that custom visual, the design and the 3D graphics, will it get updated as the CAD file gets updated? The answer to is pretty much yes. So we have two separate processes. One is updating happens either based on user-triggered events, right? So we have a concept of name version, which is like creating a benchmark in our iModel Hub. So when someone creates that benchmark, it triggers the complete workflow, which will update all these dashboards. And also on top of it, for some dashboards, we have time-based update. So it updates nightly or it updates at the end of the week, depending on what dashboard you're talking about.
I think they're really interested in your solution.
Yeah, I need to sell them right
Yeah,
off the
I
bat.
know.
Yeah.
You should.
So you mentioned that you've distributed the PBIX files so that your users can edit.
Right.
So then how do you manage the version control of the dashboard for your large population?
Yeah, so the question is, because we have distributed PBIX file, how do we manage version control for the large population? I'm not the best person to answer that, honestly, but I believe if you edit the file, it gets locked. So any new template that's been shipped out, I think they have like an update option but I'm not sure about what happens to your changes. Sorry, I don't know the exact details. But yeah, I'll find out more about that. It's an interesting question.
Well, you like it, Aviv? It's amazing, huh? Any other questions? Well, I thank you so much, both Sharon and Cal.
Okay, thank you.
So we have 2 more sessions right after, Johnson Control and Atrium Healthcare. So same approach. We're going to go through the business challenge, the architecture, and the solution, which won't be embedded in this case. All right, thank you.